today I'm going to work on kind of an entryway. I just have a gray urn. I debated about actually painting it black because I think all urns should be black, but I refrained myself from painting it because I actually love this weathered gray. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wreath form and I'm going to put dried on that, put that down in there, and then I'm going to drop down in there this beautiful dragon's breast celosia. So I want this to be beautiful and full, and I love this celosia. We have a lot of fall left, so I was pretty anxious when I walked past this urn. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, so I'm going to build this today. So this is about an 18-inch wreath form is all it is, and the materials that I'm going to use is going to be magnolia. So I cut everything out of my yard because you know my rule, it's in my yard, I gotta be able to cut it and use it. So I have this beautiful magnolia, and look at the pink hydrangeas that I have. They are just absolutely beautiful. So I cut a bunch of that, and then I also cut a bunch of pampas grass. So I'm going to use these three elements for my wreath. And then when I was cutting my hydrangeas or my magnolia, the pods from the magnolias, I'm like, I wonder if I could put those in there. They drop off naturally. That's the bloom that they have. So I may wire a few of those in there. So let's get started working on this. So you're going to need paddle wire is what you're going to start with. And you're going to go ahead and fasten it to your ring. And this is the most important part. You want to make sure this is snug and tight, because if it's loose, everything will slip. I actually enjoy making wreaths like this the old-fashioned way. So that's kind of what I do. I'm going to cut segments just about 8 inches long or so, and I'm going to lay it on there. And I'm just going to start wrapping, and I'm just going to build this as we go. The first couple wraps are the most important wraps to get in there. I'm just going to layer everything together and wrap. I make about 2 wraps around, and then I'm just going to keep on layering. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous already. I know this is going to be spectacular. I love that it's more muted colors. It's not orange. I love the way the hydrangeas were going to dry so natural. I'm probably going to concentrate on my outer edge because this celosia is so big and beautiful. I don't need to worry about covering my inner of my wreath. I need to work on my outside perimeter. See how pretty full that is already? It doesn't take a lot of product when you're working with this. I don't really need my leaves, so I'm going to strip my leaves and get rid of that. Look at that. That's just perfect to nestle that in there. I'm going to roll it towards the outside a little bit. I'm even going to work a pod in there. So what I may do, you can wire these clumps together. I don't want to cut this though, but I think I can hold this. I don't need this stem so long. I'm going to reduce that. So then I'm going to go ahead and I need a little pink, make sure that my pink is even across. Ooh, look at that. That is beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit more greens there. Add a little bit more of the pampas grass. Get that on the outside. I'm going to add my pod in. I may add a couple pods actually right here. Magnolia is just beautiful. Nice and tight. We don't want to lose anything. Look at that. That one's even got one on there. Oh, it's got a bad leaf. I am going to remove that leaf. Remove my leaves. That yellow leaf. This will turn brown eventually, but I know it's going to last me just enough for the season. I just need to last it for 3 or 4 weeks. That's all I really need. And then we get to do Christmas. Gosh, look how pretty that is already. And I had all this right in my yard. And the wire frame I've actually reused a couple times. So I'm not really out of anything since I've been able to reuse my frame. Okay, so I had a brainstorm. I cut some of the celosia because it dries really pretty. I'm going to go back in and add this. Oh, I hate when I do that, but that's okay. That's okay. I can go back in there and add it. Okay, I got one more. If I make about 3 or 4 really good wraps, as tight as can be, you want to make sure that all your hard work doesn't go unravel. I come back on the back side and I just twist it around the frame. Well, since I had an idea by adding more of that celosia, so now I'm going to go in and tuck a little bit more of the celosia. I'm going to trim off the back side in there just to add a little bit more of that color. Okay, so look at this beauty. Isn't she gorgeous? Okay, so we're going to just put her on the top of my urn. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, yay. Okay, she's gorgeous. Look at her. Really didn't take me much, about 15 minutes to do it. All the material I had, everything was cut right out of my backyard. What a great look. I would think this is going to last about a month or so. We are mid-October, which is all I really need, because by the end of November, I'm changing things over for the Christmas season. So that's not a problem. Actually, what I may do is see how well this has dried, and I may just do some fresh pine or something. So maybe I'll be able to use it a little bit longer than I was anticipating. But I'm glad that I add a little bit more of the celosia down in here. But all we have to do now is enjoy her. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my channel.